If you're looking for the best dishwasher, then you're probably considering Miele and Bosch. Both are considered the best for several reasons, but which is better? That really depends on a variety of factors. So in this video, you'll learn about features, problems, plus reliability based on 37,000 plus wheel service calls. At the end, you'll know which dishwasher is right for you. Let's start with what they have in common. You can place a panel on either of these dishwashers seamlessly. They'll look like a cabinet, not like a dishwasher with a panel because they do not protrude past the cabinet. Miele has a double insulated tub to prevent leaks. Bosch has the aqua stop, so you don't flood your kitchen or your downstairs neighbors. They both have stainless tubs. Then again, most premium dishwashers do. Stainless is more hygienic than plastic and doesn't retain odors. Bosch has 5 styles, with one being paneled. Miele has 3, with one being paneled. Normally I don't mention styles. However, with product scarcities, you can buy a dishwasher with the same features a number of different ways. So if it's not available with a towel bar handle, for example, buy it with a pocket handle. Both brands have availability issues and will have problems into 2022 and maybe beyond. Both brands have expensive dishwashers over $2,000. At a certain point, the added features don't justify the added price. For example, the $2,149 Bosch Benchmark doesn't have the best CrystalDry drying the brand is now known for. Miele is a bit better over $2,000 with their G75 and G79 models, but most of Miele's core features are available in the 1999 G73 series. Most of the other problems revolve around quietness and what is really needed in your home. For a quiet dishwasher, 44 decibels is the standard threshold, so you won't hear it running in an open kitchen. You can buy them as low as 38 decibels, but the noticeable noise difference is not that great. I say that because people tend to overbuy for quietness. For example, you can buy a 44 decibel Bosch at $8.99, a 40 decibel Bosch for $13.49, or a 38 decibel Bosch at $21.49. Assuming you want basic main features, the $8.99 is fine for quietness. The new 5000 series Miele are now 44 decibels, so every model in this comparison meets the 44 decibel threshold. Just know you don't need a 38 decibel dishwasher unless you like some other features. Both will wash your dishes. However, if you look closely, Miele has a better washing system. It has a full wash arm on the top versus a sprinkler head for Bosch. It may be an issue if you load up that third rack. Miele should be considered slightly better. On Miele's better G73, 75, and 79 series dishwashers, you have their automatic dispenser dubbed the Auto Dose. You can load up to 20 washes, but it releases the right amount of detergent at the right time for the cleanest dishes. Miele also has the Quick Intense Wash, a 58-minute cycle, which adds pressure to the dishes for a faster clean. The Bosch Speed 60 cleans in 60 minutes just without the added pressure. The Germans, Miele, don't believe in a ton of cycles, whereas the German Americans, Bosch, do. At $9.99, both Miele and Bosch will have 5 cycles, but Bosch adds 5 options. That's a consistent theme. You will be able to choose more cycles and options in a Bosch versus a similarly priced Miele. Miele is known for drying with its clean air system. It's so simple, you have to wonder why others don't copy it. In a Miele dishwasher, the port on the bottom allows air to the side of the dishwasher. The steam and heat are attracted to the cooler side and it's dissipated as water. On the better Miele's, you have 2 ports, so air is sent to both sides. Miele also pops the door open in the $1,499 plus G7000 designated dishwashers. It's a great feature, especially if you wash overnight. The steam doesn't leave residual moisture on your dishes. Bosch calls their similar dishwasher opening auto air, but you can buy that feature in the $10.99 to $11.99 range. However, the best drying dishwashers or the Bosch with CrystalDry at $12.99 to $13.99. In addition to auto air, it uses zeolite, a volcanic mineral, to absorb moisture and emit heat. It actually works. So if you use a lot of plastics, then Bosch CrystalDry is probably the best dishwasher to consider. At $1,000, Miele is better with their clean air system, but Bosch will be close with auto air. Miele, again, was the first with a third rack for silverware. Everyone copied it, and to a certain extent, including Bosch. Third racks are a good way to add more room for plates at the bottom by moving the silverware up top. Now Bosch has their My Way rack, so you can fit more on the third rack. Miele has their fold-down three-way rack, so you can fit larger items on the second rack. What's better depends on how you use it. Miele's rack will be better if you have fine silverware because it locks it in place. The silverware won't budge during the wash. Lots of other reviewers proclaim Bosch and Miele to be the most reliable dishwasher, so that's not true. Here are the exact service percentages of both brands in a comparison to others. This is just for last year. Miele had a return to excellence after a few years of issues like frozen motors and buzzing solenoids. 8.2% is a decent percentage, especially for a higher priced, well-featured dishwasher. Most of the more reliable dishwashers were just basic. Bosch had an off year after being one of the most reliable for the last 5 years. It's still a good reliability rate for a higher-end dishwasher, especially with the new innovations. Bosch should improve in the future. First, both are great brands. They both set the standard for better dishwashers. There will be availability problems with both brands into 2022, so you should consider both and all the different handle styles in your dishwasher search. For Bosch, the advantages are better quietness and drying at lower prices. You also have the best drying with CrystalDry at a better price than Miele. Miele has the best wash system, racking with excellent drying, and for this year, better availability. You also have some interesting usable features like the auto dose at higher prices, which Bosch does not. So it really depends on the features you're considering along with your budget. Download our free dishwasher buying guide. See in-depth comparisons of all the most popular brands, get answers to frequently asked questions, and learn buying strategies to save you money. Almost 1 million people have found answers in a Yale guide. Thanks for watching.